Okay, in this video, we will go over law of cosines and solve two problems. And here's the formulas that you'll need to remember. Now, as long as you remember one, you'll be able to get the other two. And so I'm going to go over the first one. So the side length a squared is equal to the side length b squared plus the side length c squared minus 2 times the side length b times the side length c times cosine angle A. So with this formula, we would be able to solve the side length A. Now, if you want to solve for side length A, you would need to know side length B and side length C and the corresponding angle for side length A. So here, we want to solve side length A, but we must be given this angle right here. And so we must be given angle A. Now, if you look at the second formula, if you want to solve for b squared, side length b squared, then you need to know side length A and side length C, and you need to know the corresponding angle for B. So side length B is what we're solving, but we must know angle B. We don't need to know angle C or A. And so I think solving two concrete problems, this will make more sense. And so with the first problem, we actually just want to solve for angle A. The second problem, we want to determine the measure of side length C. We want to determine the C right here. And so if you want to pause the video and attempt these problems, feel free. And so we want to determine angle A, so we'll use the first formula. So side length A squared is equal to side length B squared plus side length C squared minus 2 times side length B times side length C times cosine A. And we want to solve for the angle A. So we know side length A is 6, we know side length B is 8, and we know side length C is 12. And so likewise, this B is 8 and this C is 12. And then we have cosine A. We want to solve for A. So let's expand a little bit. So 6 squared is 36, 8 squared is 64, 12 squared is 144, 2 times 8 is 16, 16 times 12 is 192, and then we have cosine A. Next, I will subtract 64 and 144 over to the left. So 36 minus 64 minus 144 is minus 172 is equal to negative 192 cosine A. Divide by negative 192, divide by negative 192, and we get 172 divided by 192 cosine A. So now we just need to isolate A. So we would get A is equal to cosine inverse parentheses 172 divided by 192. And now just use a calculator. I would recommend to use degree mode in your calculator so our answer will be in degree. So we would get 26.4 degrees. And now for the second problem. This problem we want to determine the measure of side length C. We want to determine this C right here. And with this problem we're given the corresponding angle measure C. So let's plug in what we have. So we want to solve for C squared is equal to, what is A? A would correspond to 6, 6 squared. What is B? B would correspond to 8, 8 squared, minus 2 times 6 times 8 cosine C. And we know angle measure C is 45 degrees. So 6 squared plus 8 squared is 100 squared. 36 plus 64 is 100. So 2 times 6 is 12. 12 times 8 is 96. So we have negative 96. And cosine 45 degrees is the square root of 2 divided by 2. So we would have 100 minus 96 times the square root of 2 divided by 2. And if you use a calculator, this would be 32.1177. The last step, we take the square root of both sides. And so we would get C is equal to the square root of 32.1177. And we would get 5.67. And that's pretty much it for this video.